Hi everyone, if you're here, thank you so much. Welcome to my first ever YouTube video. I'm Jazz, I'm a Masters Dietitian student with only 6 months left to graduating, and I thought today for my first ever video we would look at some of my favourite ever health science and nutrition books. I'm going to rank them and I'm going to tell you why. I think I might have just given some of the titles away while I was picking them up, but we're going to pretend that I haven't. Thanks. Okay, let's get going. We're going into the book ranking now. So, starting at the bottom, I'm going to go for 4 books because I can talk for England, and while this is a YouTube video, I don't want to bore anyone in my first ever video, so yeah, let's go. Number 4, we're starting with Fast Like a Girl by Dr. Mindy Pelz. Now, I absolutely love this book. This is more of a book for the ladies. It really talks about menstrual cycle, how to tailor nutrition and physical activity to the menstrual cycle, how to fast and when to fast. Whilst I was reading this, it made so much sense. And there are so many testimonials from loads of women that have used Dr. Pelz's methods and they feel so much better. They've cured some of their PCOS symptoms and some have gone from infertile to fertile. And while this is great, I absolutely love hearing testimonials from people that have followed a method for a set period of time. I was a little bit disappointed because there's a lack of references in this book. So a lot of studies are outlined, for example, why you should fast for 72 hours during your luteal phase and not fast at all during your menses phase when you're actually bleeding. And there's no studies to back it up. Like, there's no references in this book. You have to go and search for them separately. Sometimes it will mention a study that has been completed, but it won't tell you what the study is. Now, to me, and any other scientists watching this, I think that's a little bit sketchy. However, when I did go and research it separately, which nobody wants to do when they're kind of reading a book, you want the information to be in your book. The information was, but I shouldn't have to go search separately for it, in my opinion, when I'm reading a science book. It should be in their book. But I think this book is so practical. You do not have to be a student to read it. You do not have to be in the health science industry. You don't even have to be a woman, a girl. You don't even have to have a menstrual cycle. If you're interested in women's health, fasting, intermittent fasting, just being more in tune with your body and being more in tune with your menstrual cycle. But all in all, it was an excellent book. Just the lack of references was my only issue. And if you tag Mindy Pelz, she does actually reply to you on Instagram. So if you have any questions, I would signpost you there. Number 3 on my list is, can you see the books? Okay, you can't. That one's Dr. Mindy Pelz that we just went through, don't worry. So, number 3 on my list, we've got Dr. Mark Hyman, Young Forever. Now, you might know Dr. Mark Hyman off Instagram. I love this man's Instagram. However, as I've progressed through my masters and made a lot more friends with dietitians and a lot more networking, and I now must admit there's a degree of scaremongering that does come from Dr. Hyman's page, and I don't think it's the best approach to sort of scare people into change and scare people into long-term change especially. So in terms of that, not too chuffed with it, I wouldn't say, but the actual book and the science in this book is so detailed. This book is accessible to anybody. Anyone can understand it, and it does go through the basics before it gets more in depth. But I would say only read this book if you really like science, because it does not do it lightly. If you're interested in aging, preventing aging, longevity, reversing aging, like it says, easing pain and renewing your energy, and you're getting older or you're worried about that, or you know, you're thinking about it from a parent and grandparent's perspective, it's a great book to read. It also talks a lot and focuses a lot on like metabolic diseases that are quite common in this day and age. So obesity, dementia, Parkinson's, cardiovascular disease, all the things that are increasing, it does address in this book, which I love. But it did not make my top 2. So let's see what's number 2. But thank you for listening. Here are my 4 top nutrition, health and science books in ranking order, and I will leave the link to all of them in the description. And I have reviewed pretty much all of these on my Instagram and TikTok. So thank you so much for watching my first ever YouTube video. We'll see where it goes from here. I'm hoping for big things. I need to get used to the editing process. But here we go, first YouTube video, I got it out. Watch this space.